The Busy Doing Nothing.
Busy doing nothing.
Busy doing nothing.
Busy Doing Nothing podcast.
What about the school, the boy in school and stuff?
We didn't even get to that.
I was going to do the card, and then we was going to get there, but I was trying to use the card as a segue.
I guess we'll get to it. I just burped and that shit tasted wonderful. What was that about?
You know what? Somebody else can find one. 'Cause I feel like I'm being doing too much.
All right, so the kid. So it's a kid in the Baltimore City school system, public
I don't
school
remember what
system.
the name of the school was.
I don't know if I ever knew the name of the school.
I'm about to look it up,
But
'cause I know
basically, he failed with every class.
He only passed 3 classes in 4 years. He was ranked near the top half of his class with a .13 GPA.
Which is trash.
That's not even a 1.
And his mom
In his class?
says, yes.
in his
his
class.
mom,
So he wasn't the
his
only one
class?
failing that bad.
That's
but
what I'm saying, the top of his class?
Yes.
Yes. And his mom says, quote, the school failed him. She thought when he was passing that he was, when he kept passing on to advance into the next grade that he was doing good. And, she said she would see the failing grades on the report card, but because they were passing him, she thought it was fine. My thing is this.
School is called Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts
What?
Where the hell is this at?
in West Baltimore somewhere.
Never heard of it. But
Augusta Fells.
here's my take on it. As a mom,
That's by my house.
how the fuck?
That's where your mom went?
That's by my house.
Oh.
As a mom, how do you not inquire about your
It's West
kid's report
Baltimore,
card?
yeah.
Like, she says her excuse is that she has 3 jobs, so she's busy. I don't give a fuck.
You can ask to see a report card in
Every
passing.
parent I know wants to see their kid's report card. Are you just that far detached that you don't give a fuck
That's
about what your kid
terrible.
is
Is it
going
an
through
alternative
academically?
school?
It's a visual art school. So
Oh.
it sounds like it's like
So
like
trying to give
freedom
me
academy
excuses.
center.
That's
I
alternative
guess
school.
probably.
Dang.
My thing is, even like you said, with the report cards, like parents ask to see report cards. No matter how busy they are, you ask for a report card, and most kids will lie and be like, "Oh, I ain't got it. It's delayed." But that's only gonna buy you a week tops. And so unless she was just like, "Whatever, I ain't even gonna ask no more."
She just didn't give a
For
fuck.
3-4 years though.
She just didn't
She
give
just
a fuck.
assumed he was passing because I guess. Now,
Don't
I guess
care
to
about
put
these
blame on the
kids no
school,
more.
the school must not have sent out any type of notification
terrible.
that the student
And
wasn't.
they suck for that, right?
Right.
But I just can't. I put
It's
most
more
I put most of the blame on mom. Like
Right.
at home, what the fuck are you doing?
the ones I skipped.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's terrible. Like, I can't believe that's going on.
like if I failed one
Like,
class,
that school should be shut down. Like, that don't make no sense.
see the only thing about
I
that
thought
is
Forest Park
you
was
shut
shut
another
down.
school down in the city. That's
They're
just
gonna
like,
go to another school.
and then it's gonna be overcrowding. It's gonna be another issue. I think the schools in Baltimore City is just like, they already underfunded, and then the funds that they do get is mismanaged. So it's like
when I went to Forest Park, there were a lot of kids that were failing it. Like the failure rate was pretty high. I mean, it was fairly low compared to nowadays kids, but it was like what, 38% or 48%, which is pretty fucking high. But it's like if you weren't in the honors and APs classes, basically there's a big chance and it's
get
like
pushed through.
I was just lucky enough to be in honor and AP, so I'm just like, all right, it's like 7 motherfuckers in here. They think we a DEC class, but I'm really smart as shit. So I'm gonna be good. Everybody else though,
I mean, I feel like school, it's not,
It's a joke.
yeah, it's really not, like, for the most part, all you gotta do is show up,
Yep.
and you'll at least get a C.
You don't even have to do that.
I barely did that. When I got to the 12th grade, I had 1 class both semesters, and I just stopped giving a fuck.
You just don't go.
But
Yeah.
luckily, because I'm pretty sure I should have failed the 12th grade, but the principal that we had just, fuck it, pass everybody. And I'm like,
Because the passing and graduation rate reflects better on the school, which means they get better funding. So they'll push kids through that really should be failing. But like I said, you to end up with a .13, if you were going to school every day and still got a .13,
but
you might as well just chalk
he
it
had
up.
263 late and absent days too. So mom.
So he probably wasn't going to school. Yeah.
So
He wasn't
mom.
going to school.
That's
Right.
like me senior year.
But he did this from
that was his 4
apparently freshman
years.
year
Yeah.
all the way to I was gonna say college because he ain't going to college. All the way to senior year, and now they saying he got to start freshman year all over again.
Jesus.
I don't want, but that's the only thing that throws me off. Like, how do you retroactively fail somebody 3 years back?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
why y'all pass him?
right? You should have
Yeah,
failed in
like,
ninth
it's
grade.
like why you pass
Typically,
him?
they don't do that because I know in Milford
They
they would
don't,
pass
like-
you. You just would have to take a summer class or a night school.
So
Yeah.
this is how I worked in Forest Park. Like, you would, if you failed a grade, you would, in the next year, you would start to take classes. Like, if you were in the ninth grade and you failed the ninth grade, you would be given 10th grade classes the next year, but you would still have a ninth grade homeroom because you failed. So, and you would have to retake some of those ninth grade credits. I don't know what the fuck they were doing at his school. It didn't sound like they were doing it. They were just
Oh,
like,
you weren't doing nothing.
Yeah.
It sounds like they don't even have
Milford,
an
they had to do
it
administrative
sounds like
office.
he's not the only person they were doing that
Milford had
with.
to do
No, it
night
can't
school,
be.
right?
I mean,
They
if he ended up in the
Yeah.
top half of his class with a .13, then he couldn't. There's something wrong with the school there.
Yep.
But like you said, the responsibility more so falls on the parent because regardless of what the school is
parents,
doing,
because what the fuck are the other parents at this school doing too? Like,
true,
That's
yeah.
like all these kids. That's all I'm saying. Like, what is going on?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
Like,
don't
who
care.
just
That
sees,
school, they
who
really
sees
don't
failing
care.
grades on their kid's report card, but sees that they're being passed and goes, 1 + 1 = 3.
Right,
Like,
right.
This is
They're not. They're not seeing. They probably not. Like you said, they're not seeing the grades. They just be like, okay, school's over. Okay, you went to. Assuming you went to
yeah,
the
that
next
means
grade.
that these parents are really like fucking detached from what the fuck their kids are up to. Like, put the
Right.
blunt down, put the cup down.
That's
Stop
what-
sucking the
it's
dick
so
in your hand and
Right.
pay attention to your kid for a second.
big
Like,
in the hood, for real.
I narrowed it down to 4 questions.
So, yeah, go ahead. I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't have anything else to add to the school thing. Do you have anything to say about the school
I guess
thing? 'Cause
pass
you were
these 4
shuffling.
questions
Just,
around.
just the school. I'll blame more the school system because
Then the parents.
to an extent, I would say 50-50 because if somebody working fucking 3 jobs, that is really
Yeah.
incredibly difficult. And the school
50-50
probably,
is fair.
the
I
school
said
probably
60-40.
wasn't, the school probably wasn't contacting the parent like,
They
hey,
probably weren't.
your school. Because I know when I was missing school, because like
You
my
would get
senior-
them automated phone calls.
Yeah.
Nah, like
No?
Lonnie didn't know I wasn't going to school until
Oh.
like a teacher went out her way to call him.
Oh no, I thought at one point they was doing automated phone calls.
That's when
when
we
they
started
started doing
in
this.
high
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that for swipe.
I started telling my grandmother, 'cause I live with my grandparents, so they didn't know.
Yeah,
They
I
were
just
like,
blocked
That's
that
if they had a
Like,
updated
it
was
number
Monster?
for you too.
Huh?
Are
though.
those monster?
Monster?
Like the design on your nails?
It's like slime.
I was thinking monster, the energy drink.
Like the
I wanted to do that, like, because when I did the first slime nail, I'm like, I should do like the monster. But I'm
you
like,
can do it yourself.
yeah.
Plug yourself in.
Are those the
sure.
press-ons?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, that's cool.
I swore it was monster though. I thought that's what you was going.
That school shit a joke. Because like
That's cool.
I said, senior year I missed all the second quarter, all the third quarter. Only went first, fourth, and I passed my final.
And senior
And,
year, I
you know, it was a
fucked. I
joke.
was drunk every day during senior year.
I had
like,
2
every
classes
day.
senior year, so I just went.
Like, I remember, and it's like the teacher, I'm not gonna say the teachers didn't give a fuck, they didn't know, but like the advisors didn't give a fuck because they knew, like me and my best friend, like I remember on my birthday in senior
I
year.
don't care about the 12th graders. They like it's like
No, they don't, 'cause they know
Senior
gonna get out
itis
anyway.
for that, but
Like,
I remember
it is who you is at this point.
we-
Right, we can't save you.
we showed up on my birthday. I had a bottle of Nuvo, Ciroc, not Ciroc.
Damn,
Oh,
Nuvo.
God.
Right, I was
Right.
like, damn,
Nuvo. Do they still even make Nuvo?
They still make it. Nobody buys it, but they still make it. I don't even know what
They
that
even
shit
add
tastes
new
like
flavors.
anymore. But I got
Yeah,
a bottle of
they do.
Nuvo.
It's
All I
not.
know is the blue one.
I had Grey
It's all the
Goose.
All I know is the blue one.
It's a blue.
You was just coming up there
Yeah,
with
the-
bottles.
Yeah, and I
green,
had a
whatever it
bottle
is.
of the black bottle of
It's like
Naughty
the-
Head they used to make,
Mm.
and something else.
I'm thinking hypnotic. You know, I'm tripping.
Oh,
It's
shit.
pink.
It might have been
Yeah.
hypnotic. I had those 4 things.
No, we
Those
talking about
things.
Nuvo because like he said a blue or green Nuvo. Like what?
I was thinking
I know it's a
hypnotic.
pink one.
It's a pink
Yeah.
and a yellow one. maybe
Yeah,
an
I was
orange
thinking
one.
hypnotic.
But I remember we showed up late as shit to school with all that shit in this black plastic bag. So the lady, Miss Brown, was advising them. I was just like, where have you two been? And so I was like, and I sat my bag down on the brick wall right there where she was sitting at. I was like, and all you hear clink, clink, clink. We were like, nowhere. She was like, just get to class. We were in class fucked up that day. Like, I think we got put out of class. I don't know what we
Cause
did,
y'all was
but
probably lit. Like
We
y'all was
were,
coming in
like-
really
I had
geeking.
like 2 classes senior year, and I was driving, and one of my classes wasn't until like second period, so I was just like, I'm just knock these out.
Like it's like why in the world would you even go to school? Like you just sit there like class all
Let's
late.
see what we got.
You should have picked it at random so you wouldn't overthink about it when you picked
Oh,
it
all
up.
right. I didn't even read them all. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
I
that was
started
the
1
point.
week before. Hey, you start, Taylor.
All right, well, let me see. All right, I'm just
Could you black?
Tell me about your first kiss and what do you remember?
I do remember that.
That's interesting. I skipped that one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
My first
Probably because I was
kiss.
trying to...
All right, like my first kiss, I think it probably was in the 9th grade.
Nice. Great. Like, are
That's
you
the
talking
one-
like a kiss on the lip or that's
Yeah, like it. This is like a French kiss, like a kiss that
oh,
mattered.
yeah.
A kiss that mattered. Like, cause like in middle school I had like packs, but they didn't matter.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, like, but my first kiss was in like the 9th grade, and it was with this boy in my neighborhood, and I wasn't supposed to be kissing him. Like, he had a girlfriend or anything.
I thought you were about to say something.
Yeah, like, he just had a
Dirty.
girlfriend. He kissed me or whatever, and yeah, it was just a grown ass moment. He
Wasn't no
cheated.
drama around that?
I mean, it was some drama, but I lied about it, you know. Like, I lied my ass off about that shit. But, yeah, got off for, you know, messing with some girl's man.
I actually have a pretty good one. It's a little spicy. So,
All right, hand me the picture again. I'm about to...
so my first kiss was in the 7th grade with this boy I didn't even like. Like, his name was Rico. And the only reason why, like, I started dating him, and he was my boyfriend. Like, that shit don't count as middle school. But 7th grade, only reason why I started messing with him was because all my friends had boyfriends, and they would talk about, like, why you ain't got no boyfriend? Fuck
Should
yeah.
have been like, 'cause I'm gay.
So, I just started dating the first dude that came at me. Like, it was this one guy, he was really, like, first of all, I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be in, like, the 12th grade. But
Wow.
this nigga had a mustache in, like, the 7th grade.
I had a
But
mustache in 7th grade. That was-
no, like, listen, he like a grown ass man, but I remember like everybody liked him, but he was like, he was in a slow class, but he was like, he just didn't talk much, and he was like a nice looking guy. And I remember like I was walking by myself. I went to the store on.
That's philanthropic of you.
I went to,
Giving back to the community. All of them.
I went to the corner store when everybody was at lunch, and the dude Rico who I kissed and the dude who was actually attractive were like walking together from the store, and they're like, "Hey, excuse me," is Rico. And my friend like you, talking about the other guy. And I looked at him and was like, "Okay, well he should have came and talked to me himself, right?" He like, "Okay, but I like you too." And I'm like, now back then my social skills were like, so I lacked the capacity to say, "My nigga, you like a star crunch with a fucking do-rag on." But so I was like, "Okay, like we should be my girlfriend." I'm like, "Okay." So for like 2 weeks I was this dude's girlfriend, but I introduced him to my best friend, and then people started telling me, "Yeah, I saw your best friend and your boyfriend together." I'm like, "Okay." And I remember one day in the lunchroom, these girls looked up to me and was like, because I broke up with him. My grandfather said, "You can't have no boyfriend." So I told him, like, my pop said I can't have no boyfriend. So I was wondering for any reason. But he kissed me. It was so dry, like, little cracky ass lips. But
So that's not the real kiss. Like, I just told you.
it's like the story behind it was funny, though. But so I broke up with him. I said, my pop said I can't have no boyfriend because I'm too young. So sorry. But he was already fucking with my best friend. So
these are the same people you said were in the slow classes.
yep.
You
And they was getting right. They was
They
getting
were,
it like
they were in a
that.
slow class, yes.
They was getting it like that. They was
They were in
wow.
a slow class, so
I need that confidence.
and that's
Right.
another thing. I'm like, this man in a slow class and he ugly. Why am I? So, again, social skills. So, I just kind of accepted everything that came my way. So, I broke up with him, and then the very next day, this group of girls came up to me in the cafeteria and was like, "Lily, so you know that your best friend is dating your ex-boyfriend? Didn't you just break up with him today?" I'm like, "Oh wow!" So I was really upset because I'm like, "How could you do this? That's fucked up."
Towards your friend or the guy?
My friend, fuck him.
Alright.
But she was crying like, and so I didn't talk to her for like 3 weeks. But I was over it. I didn't even like him anyway. But the day that I started back talking to her, we were walking in the hallway after school, and I don't even know what he was mad at her about, but he got mad at her about something, and then he like hit her with a chair.
What?
Oh my goodness.
This nigga wrestling?
Wow.
He threw a whole ass chair at her. I was just sitting there like, what the fuck is happening? Like, turns out he was abusive. He's
Just
like,
happened.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
crazy.
he was abusive.
He missed
He
SmackDown.
probably really be fucking up women
Yeah.
now.
That's crazy.
That was my first boyfriend experience. If he'd have put his hands on me, I'd have been like, Papa, call Uncle Desmond, tell him bring the gun. This nigga put his hands on. He would have died. He made the right choice not putting his hands on me.
I don't remember, like you said, I don't remember my first French kiss.
I do.
I
You went through all that to then have a better
Right.
story?
Right.
Not the Booker T.
Mine's because of the drama behind it. I had to lie my way out of it. That's the only reason why I remember mine.
Oh, no.
It wasn't even a good old kiss. Mine
It
was
was
just
a repressed
drama.
memory. I didn't remember
Oh.
it.
My bad.
Oh,
I'm over
God.
here bringing up old wounds.
Mine was lit.
I don't remember my first like French kiss, but I remember my first like kiss. It was as a kid, and it was corny. So I went to a concert at my middle school. I went to Subbrook, so concerts was
I'm so disgusted.
concerts was the thing, you know what I mean? And my grandmother's house was right across the street, so the one girl that was my girlfriend at the time, because it was like, what, 11, 12, and that don't count. After the concert or whatever, it was like one of those, it was a whack little peck kiss or whatever, but that was my first kiss, so I was pumped. So,
I'm thinking
and
about
I
it.
lie to you not, on my way.
Oh, shit. Let me get that.
So afterwards, I'm walking back to my grandmother's house, so I can go home. So it was like a little courtyard in the school. I literally was walking home, and in the middle of my walk, I jumped and clicked my
What in the world? You clicked your heels.
I did like one of those like
Oh
like
my
a black and white
God.
sitcoms.
You're like a cartoon
I
character.
was it was that corny,
Oh, no.
and then I proceeded to walk home. That's the only reason I remember that, because I remember I traumatized myself. It's like, you really did that, but.
Clowns.
Right, but whatever. It is what it is.
My first kiss was Truth or Dare, like in 9th grade. I had other kisses, but my first like real kiss was like 9th grade. We was playing Truth or Dare.
I was like 6 or 7.
That shit was lit, cause like I was like nervous, cause like first they was asking him wild shit. One girl was like, "I dare y'all to show me your dick." I was like, "I'm not doing that." So you not with all these niggas around. But then they gave me something more reasonable, like, "We dare you to kiss." The girl, her name was Jessica, and I was like, I had a crush on her too, so I just was like, my heart just like, I was like, and I was just like, yo, cause I got big lips, so I was like, yo, I don't want to smother her with my lips, cause it's like, so I was like, well, once we finally did it, like, I was like, all right. So when we did it, it's like I like leaned in and everything. Afterwards, I thought she was gonna be like, oh my god, I had a kiss. It was like we was like looking at each other, like, yeah, after this we like, yeah, then. So it was like that was like my first like real kiss.
Did
Like,
you hit, though?
no, cause like I was a bluffing ass
That was
nigga
the
in high
first
school.
kiss,
I was a
right?
bluffing ass.
You dropped the.
Not even. I was a bluffing ass nigga in high school. I was scared to shoot my shot. Like it probably was a whole bunch of like not a whole bunch, but it's part of a few girls that liked me, and I probably had a indication that they liked me, but I was scared to like, press that button because I ain't want to
Guys
get shot
really
down.
don't.
And plus, niggas are oblivious.
It's like when a guy really like a female, sometimes they do be intimidated to go versus like a girl just like, she just got fat butt. Like, it's different.
It's really like that. I don't want to mess up or mess this up type factor. It's like I ain't trying to OD and then end up looking bad. And then, but if it's somebody if it's somebody just like
You're just trying to smash.
throw
Like,
away,
I don't care what she say.
Right.
Can I fuck? No. All right.
Right. At least I tried.
But when you really like them, it's like, damn. I want her to think the highest of me. I don't want her to think like
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good experience though, cause like it was a little awkward style teeth did hit, cause both of us did had some teeth on us. But like
I had a couple of those in my young days too, and it's awkward. It's like it shocks your whole body. You like, what just happened? Like, get that.
Yeah, I had my first kiss with my braces on. So like that's what, like when I had braces on then too. And that was very different. Like, yeah. Like
was it different like being intimate with braces versus without braces, or
It is.
You
it is
a
different.
challenge.
Yeah, it's different.
It's instructions. Yeah,
So-
I had braces in middle school.
I'm gonna just tell y'all my first French kiss story so I can get it out of my brain and my stomach can stop hurting. So this is what the boyfriend I had in 8th grade. This is right after Star Crunch with a do-rag guy.
That was
Stalking,
fast.
Yeah, so
Needed a rebound.
it wasn't like right afterwards. It was like, 7th grade came and went, and then it's like 8th grade towards the
really
end.
I'm not
all
all
of
that
that.
much.
So
That's probably ice at the bottom of that at this point.
Yeah, that's it. That's
I'm
what it
lit
was.
right now.
Y'all want? I can mix some more real quick.
Hey,
but it was this guy from DC. He had that deep, like DC Mo accent. And yeah, and it's like I didn't go at.
I don't like the DC Mo accent.
I hate
That was my first time hearing it. I didn't like.
Oh,
Where
so it
you
was
from?
new to
Like,
you.
where you from? Georgia?
He was amazed.
DC. Yeah,
You
so
might as well put a rest of it in
Right.
there. You just trying to save the
he was
lemonade.
he was telling me.
It's like 325.
He was telling everybody he liked me but me. So he eventually was like in the auditorium and he was like, "Can you tell?" He told this girl like, "Can you tell her I like her?" So she was like, "He like you and da 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 da. Can you just talk to him because he won't shut up?" So I'm like, "Okay."
What?
Like that's.
But it was,
I didn't hear what he said.
It was cute at the time. Like, okay, I like his accent. But we started talking. Mind you, this was right before Josh, because I broke up with him for Josh. But his
You and Josh been
main,
together since middle school?
yeah,
Wow.
his main objective,
That's a whole like life at some point.
right? His main objective was just to have sex. So he liked me, but also he really wanted to take my virginity. I'm like, bro, I'm like 13 years old. I'm not about to have sex. So he was like touching me sexually. I didn't like that. I wasn't used to that.
His hands
He was like grabbing on my
nasty.
boobs and stuff, and I'd be like, you doing a little too much, man. I don't know. So
It's not enough lemonade.
Oh
also,
no.
he was the first
It don't
person.
taste like the first batch.
Was it a cupcake?
It's not that, but
He was the first person I ever tongue kissed. Now, you know what tongue kissing is supposed to be like, right?
Yeah. We should by now.
Subvert your expectations. Subvert your fucking expectations. Because what it was for him was like me fighting to stay alive. and him trying to shove his tongue as far as it would go down my throat. With as much spit as he could fucking...
I almost choked on my drink.
Yeah, so it was like he would
It's
just
about the
get...
same.
He would just like take his tongue and just put it like as far down my throat as and I'm just like...
Did my tongue reach somebody, bro?
I don't know. But I feel like
His tongue was back there. And I'm just like...
feel like it stink for somebody.
And he smoked cigarettes.
In middle school?
Well, yeah. When we went to middle school, it was niggas smoking
In my
cigarettes.
little school, people smoking cigarettes, weed, drinking,
I don't know how
fucking,
to-
like...
I was smoking weed in
Get
8th grade.
I went everything but the
I
smoking
didn't
cigarettes. Like, I can
smoke
understand
cigarettes.
everything else,
He
but
smoked
cigarettes?
cigarettes, so it was
You're
like-
not even that stressed at 12.
I was just tasting cigarette and fighting to stay alive.
Ah,
Like,
girl.
and I was like...
I couldn't deal with nobody that smoked cigarettes now.
Right.
Cigarettes.
You ever have a taste memory, like you remember?
Yeah. I know.
That's how I feel about Tanqueray. Like, I haven't drank Tanqueray in probably like
It's gin,
10
right?
years.
Gin is disgusting.
I don't
Yeah, but
think
whenever
I've
I
had
think
that.
of it, I instantly smell and taste pine cones, and I don't want.
I don't like gin
Black
period
pepper.
because it reminds me of pine cones, but I ain't never had Tanqueray.
Tanqueray is pine cones juice. Niggas put pine cones in the juice.
I
I used to
Yeah.
drink Naughty Head Seagram's gin all the time. And I used to drink it like
Amsterdam
water.
gin smell like pine cones to me too.
It all smelled like pine cones. And pine cones and black pepper.
What was your most embarrassing experience? Mine was 6th grade. A roach crawled up my shirt.
Oh no.
Not like,
Oh my
and not like a low ass, not like a low ass roach. I mean like a big ass fly.
Oh no.
'Cause I had
So
roaches.
you can speak English.
I had roaches, so like, well, not roaches. We had them big ass. We had roaches. I ain't gonna like fuck them. We had roaches. So like one time, one like got in my like, but somehow that bitch was in my shirt though. It must have been the whole day or later that day.
Taking tornadoes for you.
But I'm just sitting there. I'm just sitting there playing. I feel something tickling me and shit. Like I'm in the middle of clay. I was like, what the fuck? Whoa, what up, man? So I jump up like, oh shit, get off, get off. I jump on my shirt, start flying, start smacking and stomping. And
He
then
was trying to raise his hand and answer the question.
like I know I was red, so I was like, he was like, yeah, what's up, what's wrong with you? I was like, I don't know what that. So I'm playing.
I played it off like
I played blame
Right, you could have blamed it on the school.
I did blame it on school. Niggas bought it. Like my teacher.
He said, I know where that roach came from.
Yeah, my teacher pulled up. He like, my teacher. He like when I real. He like, yeah, you got roaches. I'm like, no. I was like, yeah. He's like, sorry, I had roaches.
I had a homegirl in middle school. A roach came out of her book bag, and she tried to play it off. But I wasn't gonna say nothing. I'm like, it came out your book bag, no. It was. She couldn't really play it off.
Yeah.
Shit came out your pencil case, bro.
That shit like came out my shirt, and not like the bottom of my shirt, like we used to have to wear polo shirts. So that shit literally like crawled down. I'm like feeling on my. I'm like,
Oh no!
My friend's trying to help me and shit, trying to knock it off. Just get it off.
That remind me of that other Martin episode. Like, that ain't no damn puppy.
So yeah, that was the most embarrassing moment. That and probably when a girl slapped me in like 6th grade. Like I don't even remember why she smacked me. But like she like big handed shit out me. I don't know if it was because I was being fresh, because I probably was trying to smack her butt, or I probably said something she ain't like in front of the whole character. She just bah. And I was like, my
Came down on the table with it.
My first instinct was like, bitch, like the snuffer, but that's when like I was like, you know what? She a girl. That's gonna be a good look. So, but it's probably the roach. I can tolerate a girl smack on me like, oh, I ain't hit her back because she a female. I would have fucked her up. But a roach,
There's a happy ending to that story.
yeah, a roach, and me and her ended up being real cool. So like it was just like we talked about. She like, you know, she was embarrassed because I think I'd have smacked her butt or said something perverted to her. So either way, I was in the wrong. So I was like, you know what, I deserve it. The roach.
Yeah, you can't.
I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, the roach. It's not.
you had to die.
I was embarrassed. I stomped the shit out that roach. Like if I feel that shit went through the ground, I'm like this.
I can't think of no embarrassing moment. I really can't.
I'm trying to think of one too.
I got one. Damn, what happened? Oh! So, while y'all thinking. So, when I was in the 8th grade, it was like I started, because I didn't do sports and shit in middle school, at least not for 6th and 7th grade. I didn't give a fuck. I was just kind of coasting. But in 8th grade, all my friends was like, we're going to go join the choir. We're going to join the cheerleading team. We're going to join. So I'm like, all right, well, now I got to join some shit. So I was a cheerleader, and I was on the choir. So, but I can't sing. So why the fuck am I on the choir? So it was like, I would be sitting there, standing next to people, and I would just be mouthing what they were singing. But even though everybody else was singing, I didn't realize that the fucking choir instructor could tell. Her name was Miss King. She could tell that even though I was in the very back because I'm one of the tallest, she could tell that I was not actually singing. So she made my style. Wait. Felicia, let me hear you sing by yourself. I had anger issues when I was a
I think your fucking person, Felicia.
Yeah. I had anger issues, so I didn't really know how to deal with certain situations. So normal me now would just be like, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't even singing Miss King. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not about to sit here and sing in front of these people. I wasn't singing. If you're gonna let me lip sing on this choir, you can maybe get off the choir, but I'm not about to sit here and sing in front of everybody because I can't fucking sing. And she would have took that how she took it. But child me did not know how to process that. So I just immediately responded with anger. So I'm just like, she's like, what are you saying? I'm just like looking around, I'm putting on a spot, and I'm like, I'm about to storm out this bitch.
Trying to find the quickest exit.
So I stormed out, and because it was embarrassing, like I didn't know how to do it, so I stormed out, and this girl named Star, I had a best friend named Star, but it was a girl named Star, a little white girl. I knocked her off the bleachers that we would use to stand on the same.
Yo, what's a bully?
I kind of was, but I knocked her off the bleachers, and she broke her leg. Right? Now, when she fell, everybody was like, oh my God. And I looked back and saw she fell. Now, normal me would have been like, oh my God, I'm sorry. But no, I'm already embarrassed. So I just looked. I just kept fucking storming out. Like, fuck her. Fuck you. Fuck this choir. So I left. So the very next day, the same group of girls that told me that my boyfriend was messing with my best friend was like, you need to apologize because she broke her foot. You need to go apologize to her. And I was like, I think it's because so many females came up with me once. So my main thing was like, I'm embarrassed, but I ain't no bitch. So now, so it was just like, I ain't gotta apologize for shit. Fuck you, fuck her, fuck the foot. I'm going to my next class. That's how I handled it. And it's like, but now as an adult, I'm like, damn, I really wish I could have just apologized. That was kind of fucked up. That was also embarrassing.
He was a bully.
I was a bully.
You gotta find her on Facebook and apologize.
I tried. I don't know.
Oh wow, really?
I
was
really
joking.
did. I really did. I tried, like, as an adult. I tried to find her on Facebook. Like, hey, you probably don't even remember this, so I just wanted to.
Sorry about your foot, bro.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know her real name, and I just know her as Star, and I didn't know how to find her on Facebook, so I'm like, well, fuck it.
I used to bully one of my best friends before we became friends.
Yeah.
The nigga,
before
Devin.
Before you became.
Yeah, before we
Oh,
yeah.
like-
I used to I wasn't trying to impress bitches. I ain't gonna lie.
That's
So
pretty
I-
how it is. You're just trying to impress
So I
me.
used to just like do dumb shit. I threw his shorts out the window one day because like the girls thought it was hilarious. So like the bitches love it. So I threw his shorts out the window. I used to call him a clown. And then like eventually one day we was like, I don't know how we got cool because we used to get put out the same class. And one day I just apologized, saying like, you know, like, I'm sorry, yo. I just was trying to impress the bitches. He's like, I know.
Okay.
I know.
He's like,
At least you was mature enough to admit that.
Yeah, to tell them.
Middle school, I did not have that level of maturity at all. Like, it's like, man, I know I'm wrong, but fuck y'all. Like, that's what it was like, fuck y'all. What y'all gonna hit me? Ain't nobody gonna hit me, though.
That's why I bullied him too, because I knew he wasn't gonna hit me. So I was like, I told him straight like, you wasn't gonna fight me, so like, it's not like I had to actually fight somebody, which I wasn't worried about, or not fight somebody, and I would rather not fight somebody. The bitch is gonna give me the same love regardless. So, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I mean, it's probably not nothing crazy. I remember I was going. This is probably like 2009, 2010, sometime like shortly after high school, when like house parties was like the hype, the big thing. I was going to this one party, and it was like one of the ones we had to go in through the back to get in. Now, the back door was on a hill, or you had to go down a hill to get to the back door. And I was walking. I was actually, matter of fact, I was with Johnny B. I was with Johnny B. I had a cup like this, or was it a bottle? No, it was a cup like this. And
I think I know where this is going.
it was. I don't know if it had rained that day or the day before.
I knew it. Go ahead.
But, you know, I'm walking, me and him walking in, and we talking, just regular conversation, and I took one step, and my foot was like, nope. And so, I'm sliding down that hill like, oh, shit. And then, so I got up, and I didn't spill a drop out of my cup, but, like, I had, like, some mud and dirt or whatever on me. And I was like, yo, I'm ready to go home, I'm ready to go home, I'm ready to go home. He was like, yo, you good? It ain't really much on you. You know, I'm trying to brush myself off. I ended up going in. But that was pretty embarrassing because it was a group of girls at the bottom of the hill, and like some of them was laughing, some of them was trying to do the whole fake. You okay?
Hold on. So that reminds me. Y'all went to Newtown, right?
No, I went to Milford.
Fuck no.
Okay.
I wish I would have.
Close enough, though.
I would have been dead up that bitch.
Did y'all frequent Owens Mills when it was the hot spot?
The mall, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all might know what I'm talking about. So
I feel like I'm OD.
Owens Mills,
I
when
did
you
too.
would
That's why I'm chilling.
when you would
I'm
catch
working
the
I'm already trying.
Like by the night, I'm gonna be like, yo.
That's a 5.
when you it is now.
It's,
Right?
yeah, it's definitely a 5 now.
But when you would
Yeah.
catch the subway or the bus to get to Owens Mills Mall, if you didn't want to walk all the way around
You
Cut through that little.
in the hill,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Before they made
I think I
it.
might have slipped down that too.
Yeah, listen, my grandparents were broke. They got food stamps and shit, but my grandfather, somehow he would still spoil me. So I was like the kid that had every pair of Converses, every pair of Jordans, every pair of this, that, there. So he bought me some Uggs when the Uggs were high. I always fucking hated Uggs. I own one pair of Uggs now, but you would never know they were Uggs unless you were up in my shit because they look like combat boots.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Uggs. I do, and I always have. But when they were hot, I'm like, I get a pair of Uggs. Papa, can you get a pair of Uggs? He bought me a pair of the regular little tan Uggs. So me and my cousins, we walking up that hill. It must have rained the day before.
It's always that rain.
Uggs are not really climbing boots. We got almost to the top of
Are
that.
Uggs really for
fucking
any
hill.
type of boot? Other than
No.
just
Like,
maybe
just-
being warm.
They just feel comfortable.
Yeah.
No,
it's
the Uggs that I
comfort.
own now, as a matter of fact, my bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw like the black combat boots I had on the last time I came over here.
Yeah, I think so.
Those were Uggs. You never would have known.
I wouldn't have guessed they was
Right.
I fucking hate Uggs, but that's the only pair of Uggs I've ever in my life seen. I'm like, I like those. Like, outside of that, it's just like, I hate those shoes. But to each their own, though. If you love them, but I personally, I do not like
She
them.
said, fuck you if you love her.
I personally do not like Uggs. They're like fucking paper bags in all different colors. But we were going up the hill,
Expensive ass paper bag.
made it almost to the
For no
top. Made it almost to the top. and I slid all the way down and tumbled a little
wow.
bit too, like head over feet tumbled.
Okay.
Like back down the way y'all came?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was rocks on that hill too.
Mm.
So
I don't know.
Quite the
It used to be a
tumble.
spot.
Oh,
That's
no,
great.
this should be a jump.
it
right.
did. And
Shout
people
out
were
to the-
fighting there every
Oh
weekend.
man,
Shout out
like
to the
you know
girl
what I'm
called
saying?
the
Like
bitch
that,
for not
it don't
talking to me.
exist no
Oh,
more.
shit.
Like
It
my
doesn't.
memory of
I would
like,
go
going
there every
inside the
weekend,
mall.
and it would be the what is it? The Mrs. Smiths, Mrs. Fields,
Yeah.
and the warm cookies in there. That was my favorite shit there, and Cinnabon.
That was my first skateboarding mall.
Yeah.
That's where I first got my first skateboard and shit. When I was
They didn't
into
have a
skateboarding.
Journeys in there too. I
So
tried to
that's
get a
why
job
they
with
only
Journeys.
had like they didn't have them places.
Tried to get a job with the Journeys, and they wouldn't hire me. Fuck them.
Right, all the money I gave y'all?
Right. You
And
know,
those
pants and
stores
Converse
are
up
so
over here.
old. Like I'm thinking about all the stores that was there. Like I used to go to
Changes.
FYE.
Mhm.
Like that. Like that's an old school. That's
Oh,
an old,
yeah.
I used to go to FYE.
I remember
like,
changes.
Yeah,
Changes.
yeah. That
Mhm.
is
It was one of the
That was my
classes,
no,
too.
changes. It was
Yeah.
changes my shit. It was like hit a little mannequins.
Changes.
With the
Ninth
fucking-
grade, you get the
Yeah.
Scarface shirt or the Looney
Yeah.
Tunes shirt.
Yeah.
That, or I don't know,
Yeah.
Taylor, if you remember this. It was this jean jacket and pants that had all these different basketball team patches on
Yes.
it.
Oh
And
yes.
changes had that.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this
Joke, I joke.
episode, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Go to www.bdnpodcast.com for the full experience. Get your view the episode in 360. Go to freemindsclothing.com to get your gear. Go to Printy D's Creations to get your
Bling,
jewelry.
bling.
Go to dotscastlemedia.com. Or is it Dots
It's
LLC?
Yeah, that's Castle LLC.
DotsCastleLLC.com to get your read-ups, your blogs, your artwork. Go to the Malo shop to get your hair products. And
And
you know
press
stuff on
on's
there?
coming
Oh,
soon. They coming.
press on's coming soon to the Malo shop.
Thank you.
So until next week, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and keep safe, socially distant, ceasefire. Go check out those websites.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
share,
yes.
subscribe, all that.